have to say that after what felt like a promising season teased with sapphic overtones strong enough that a love declaration between Mariana and Ana closed out the first season, the recently released season 2 of Madre Solo Hay was, in my opinion, disappointing. Madre Solo Hay is a Mexican Netflix series which, for all that it is an 8-episode format, is basically a short format version of the telenovela. Successful upper-class career woman Ana gives birth to a girl in the same time and in the same room as the young and less well-off Mariana. Through a mix-up, the newborns are swapped, and when it is found out, both women have already become so attached to the babies that they can't face the idea of never seeing them again. With Mariana such a young mum and with the father not really in the picture, they come to an agreement to have Mariana move in with Ana, her husband, and 2 teenagers, so that they can both continue to be part of the babies' lives.
Bueno, hagamos un chinchampú. Si yo gano es no, y si tú ganas es sí. ¿Va? Órale, va.
A premise worthy of a very gay show. Their brief antagonism evaporated rather quickly and they become fast friends that edge on lovers by the end of season 1. While there are a number of subplots running through the show, the main storyline is about the evolving friendship between the 2 women as they support each other through managing babies, a cheating husband, an ex, family, and work. It's revealed early on that Mariana is bi, so when Ana, after consuming some drugs, declares that she's in love with Mariana, Mariana quite understandably begins to question if she too might have feelings because, I'm sorry, have you seen the way Ana's eyes pierce you to your very soul? With the climax of season 1 culminating in Mariana declaring her feelings for Ana,
¿Qué haces? Estoy enamorada de ti.
my expectations for season 2 were that the storyline, although likely to get complicated because that's what telenovelas tend to do, would explore the feelings that had surfaced for both of them over season 1. Instead, we got a lot of drama I didn't particularly care for, and it felt a bit like I'd been promised a delicious homemade 3-course meal and instead I got hard, stale bread. Not to say that we didn't get any storyline between the 2 ladies, having Ana decide to invest in Mariana's app for new mums and basically becoming her work wife.
Marcela quería dejar morir tu app, yo te salvé. Ana, yo no te pedí que me salvaras.
Certainly indicated to me that Ana has gay feelings that she needs to process.
Mariana y tú... ¿Eres lesbiana?
No.
Not to mention that she seemed to be going to rather long lengths to prove that Mariana's new man was a womanizer who was not to be trusted. At first, the show tried to make it look like it was because she had designs on him, but apparently it was because she didn't want Mariana to get hurt and she was trying to catch him out. I don't think that this plot point landed quite well enough to convince me she wasn't also after Ferran, but if she was, being honest, she sure cared a lot about proving to Mariana that he wasn't the person for her. I'm just saying. Also, Ana kept looking at Mariana like this, and this, and this. So even if any gay feelings between the 2 were more or less dismissed at the top of the season...
La corrí porque me besó. Ella me besó primero. Porque me drogaste. Me dijiste que estás enamorada de mí. Estoy confundida.
And basically not discussed again, there is definitely feelings going on. It just felt like the focus of the second season became even more heavily focused on ex-drama. My issue with this focus is not so much that Ana was dealing with the end of her marriage. After all, if she is to ever have a relationship with Mariana, that needs to happen. Or that Mariana is figuring out custody with her baby daddy. It's just that these 2 characters were so tiresome. The writers made an effort to show them in a sympathetic light. Juan Carlos was shown to be affectionate with Ana, and he may have had an affair, but then so did Ana. And Mariana did initially try to keep Pablo away from Valentina because she had fears that he'd be flaky like her dad had been. He has since proven to be a dedicated parent. But I don't know, it was a culmination of uninspired plot machinations with both exes ending up in the same office as the ladies, jealousy that led to Mariana being sued for custody of Valentina, as well as a general pettiness which set off what looks to be an acrimonious divorce. It felt like they were throwing tantrums because they weren't getting their way, while the ladies seemed quite ready to move on. In the process, they gobbled up a lot of precious screen time, generating drama I didn't care for, and then I had to watch most of Ana and Mariana's conversations throughout the season revolve around that drama. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Ana and Mariana deserve so much better. Well, they deserve each other. Maybe that's the point. Ana and Mariana's relationship thus became a backburner storyline for the season, which I guess I get because it's clear they care a lot for each other, and with these half declarations about having feelings for each other already out in the open, it would be too easy for them to simply get together. It's just that I didn't particularly like the complications that they threw at them. Even if it was the very thing which pushed Ana and Mariana together at the end of the season due to what felt like a contrived, and let's be honest, flimsy reason to agree to a fake relationship.
Es una locura.
Ana, más locura sería separarnos.
A deeply delightful turn of events, don't get me wrong, it saved the season for me, but it does not forgive the journey the writers took us on to get there. Not that I should be surprised, as I discussed in my video essay about the good and the bad of woman love woman representation in soaps and telenovelas. Structuring the show like this is par for the course, so really I should have expected it. But perhaps I hoped that the shorter format meant we could trim out some of the more tedious cliches. It does, however, feel like they are pointing towards a sapphic ending for our ladies. The initial setup in Season 1 indicated this with the concept of Ana and Mariana co-parenting their switched-at-birth daughters. In Season 2, Mariana stepping up to help Ana's eldest through teen angst in her first time, and after a bumpy start to the season, falling back into being each other's biggest supporters and confidants.
Y creo en tu app, porque creo en ti. Te extrañé. Se siente bien tenerte cerca.
They're making a concerted effort to show that these two women are good for each other. Then the kiss. Oh my god, that kiss. It was a peace offering thrown at us in the last seconds of the season to tell the gays that yes, we may have given you the equivalent of nails on a chalkboard, but fear not, we come to you bearing gifts of Sappho. There was absolutely zero reasons why they had to declare their fake relationship at their app launch of all places, except to be dramatic gays, and then kiss each other for an uncomfortably long time in front of their family, ex, unsuspecting boyfriend, and investors, when a short and PG kiss would have sufficed to get the message across. Also, Mariana had a come-to-Jesus look on her face, and Ana looked incredibly smug right after. While they managed to ensure that I would tune in again for the next season, they also made me wary. Because while a fake relationship is on the cards which promises to surface feelings between the ladies, I'm preparing myself in case it's not the fake relationship that I'm imagining in my mind. You see, my trust in the show is a bit wonky right now, and perhaps rightly so, given the promise of the Season 1 finale and the reality of Season 2. I expect the exes to remain central to the next season, just more obnoxious as we see Ana go through a divorce battle and Mariana negotiate what custody will look like. I fully expect both men to try to get back with the two ladies again. The saving grace is Ana and Mariana's relationship, their lovely chemistry, and the fact that they've been written in a way where the only logical conclusion is to end up as a couple. Either that, or this is the biggest queer baiting I have ever seen. Although a third season is not yet announced, I think that it will be greenlit, and I also imagine that it will be the last. Netflix has a tendency to do that, but also because structurally it feels like it could well be heading towards its conclusion. The end goal of the show, of course, being to get these two ladies together and blending their disparate families. I hope, fingers crossed, the third act will make up for the saggy middle. What did you think of the second season, and what do you think of the show? Comment below. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Until next time, lady lovers.